Welcome back to another episode of Diecast and Unboxing Review on the Racing 57 Diecast and Unboxing Review channel. Today's episode, I have 5 F1 Hot Wheels premium cars from 2025, and they are Max Verstappen's Oracle RedBull racing car, Esteban Ocon's MoneyGram HAAS F1 car, George Russell's number 63 Mercedes-AMG Pentarones car, and both McLaren F1 cars. So, F1 and Hot Wheels teamed up to create premium F1 Hot Wheels cars, and for the 2025 wave, we've got all 10 teams. As I might have saw like a Ferrari F1 car, like a regular Hot Wheels car. So that must mean that they must have done both Ferrari and Aston Martin now. And on the back it says, celebrate the 2025 F1 season with 20 commemorative cars to collect. Meaning that you can collect all 10 teams now, instead of last year in 2024 where they only released 8 of the teams, so you can only collect only 16 cars. So anyway, I'm going to take each car out of the box and be back to review them off. So here we have all 5 F1 cars out of the box. And just like what I did with the diecast reviews of 4 of the F1 2024 cars that I have gotten from a previous episode, each car will be reviewed one at a time, except for the McLarens, in which both cars are basically the same paint scheme. Since F1 cars, both cars of the team usually have the same paint job. So let's dive into the review. The first car in the review would be 4-time F1 champion Max Verstappen. So he's in his Oracle RedBull racing car of 2025. And during that year, it was Honda's last year with the Red Bull team, as they are now powered by Ford. So it's still in this dark blue Red Bull livery that they ran from 2016 all the way till 2025, where they unveiled a new paint scheme for Red Bull in 2026. And in this car, you've got Red Bull, Visa, RB Cash App, which is their junior team or their secondary team. Since Red Bull Racing has two different teams, this is their main car and their secondary team. So you got Max Verstappen's helmet design, and you can see a lion design on the top of it. And his helmet is in Netherlands colors along with the Red Bull logo off to the side. And a lot of the sponsors are on Red Bull, like Visa, Mobile One, Tag Heuer, Oracle, in which Oracle became one of their main sponsors for the team. And, of course, you have Max Verstappen in his number 1. Now he's in a number 3. His first number was 33 since Daniel Ricciardo, which was Max Verstappen's old teammate, already had number 3. And since Max Verstappen won a number 3, however, he had to go with 33 since the number 3 was already taken up. But now that Daniel's gone, but since Daniel Ricciardo is now gone, Max Verstappen now has the number 3. So Oracle is off to the side, and you can see Red Bull up top, and there's Honda right up below the number 1, even though the Honda logo is no longer visible in the front. And I think that is a Ford logo. Let me take it off to the side really quickly. Actually, it's not the Ford logo, but since Ford did take over in 2026, this was the first time Ford came back to F1 in a long while. But overall, the car is in this nice paint job that's always been the same for 10 years, and it's a winning paint job, that's for sure, as Max Verstappen came so close to winning the championship of 2024, the Drivers' Championship. But overall, Max Verstappen's car is pretty good. Not bad for the 4-time champ. Next up is Esteban Ocon's 2025 MoneyGram HAAS F1 team car that he drove for in 2025. So the HAAS F1 team is a recently new team in F1 and the youngest, in which they are in their 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This was their 10th year of the season. And the paint job is the same from 2024, but the HAAS team had different drivers. I wanted to say new, but they had new drivers this year, in which Esteban Ocon and Oliver Behrman were the new drivers. Their old drivers were Nico Hülkenberg and Kevin Magnussen. So Magnussen left F1 and Hülkenberg moved to Sauber F1 in 2025. So Esteban Ocon came from Alpine, in which it was a good move now that HAAS is a little better, or a lot better than Alpine as of right now. So you've got the white, red, and black paint job of the HAAS F1 team, a paint scheme we haven't seen since their arrival. The HAAS on the side, which is in black, and you've got the HAAS logo right here. And of course the HAAS team, it's the same team as the NASCAR team, which is the HAAS F1, as the HAAS factory racing team in NASCAR, with only the 41 of Cole Custer. And Gene Haas is the owner of the car. But for this team, MoneyGram is their new tagline sponsor for the team. So that's why it's called the MoneyGram HAAS F1 team. And this car was powered by Ferrari before they brought on Toyota, in which you can see right there, there's the Toyota racing logo on the hood below the HAAS team. And it is an American-based team, which is why you see the United States flag above the HAAS and below the white number 31, in which to the side it's a black number 31 with the spoiler in a red with the white HAAS logo. The hard compound tires with this nice ring around the rim of the car with the hard compound tires. MoneyGram, I think MoneyGram's like something for like saving your money, like an account, which I'm not sure. You also got their other sponsorships, but they're really hard to see, and I really don't follow HAAS F1 a lot. And also, one thing to mention is that if you are a premium collector, these are the kind of cars you have, because not only you have all this detail, but also you got the driver inside the car, which is nice. Sorry, I'm going to take this out of the way because I wanted to see. Oh, so it's only their helmet. You don't see their full body. But overall, if you are a collector, F1 premium cars are the way to go. And not a bad looking design for the HAAS F1 team, and a really nice looking one too. Next up on the list is George Russell's number 63 Mercedes-AMG Pentarronas F1 car that he ran in 2025. So he is in his silver Arrows car with some black and this nice green line that represents the Pentarronas. So you got the Pentarronas logo. And Pentarronas is essentially a fuel company from Malaysia. And they've been in F1 since 2010 when they took over Braun GP. And from the look of the car, it's a nice mix of the silver arrows and, of course, that black paint job that they did in 2020, when Lewis Hamilton was racing. And a lot of their F1 cars were black from 2020, 2021, and returned in 2023 before returning to silver in 2022 and then in 2024. But this is a nice mix between the paint job of 2020. So it's got this black with these little triangle shapes, kind of like the Mercedes logo, except without the circle around it, with the mixed blend of the silver arrows. Now, what's unique, though, is that there is a black 63 and a black 63 on the side with a white outline. And usually, I think George Russell's number was 63, but it was in blue, kind of like his helmet right here. But I think now that they've gone with the same color of number, because back when George Russell first joined Mercedes in 2022, that number was his number was blue, and Lewis Hamilton, which was his teammate, was in yellow. But I don't think that they do that anymore. I'm not sure if Kimi Antonelli has a different color for his number 12. But I do know that George Russell's number is in a different color throughout his Mercedes career. And usually this car would be run, like during the beginning of the year, it was in like a black number, and then they switched it up and put his number in a different color, which, the same color as his helmet. But the silver arrows have always had a nice, consistent looking scheme of that nice silver and black mixture with some of that aqua green. And this is a good one too, with the blend from his silver arrows car from 2024 or 2020. With the mix of the black from his years of running the black race car. Oh wait, he didn't run in 2020. This black car from 2023, but that same Mercedes black paint job from 2020. So the last cars on the list are none other than the reigning Constructors Champions and the reigning F1 Drivers Champion, which is the McLaren F1 team of Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon. So from the look of the car, they still have the same paint job with the papaya orange and black, but a little difference is that they added this blue to represent their new sponsor, which I kind of forgot what it was. But it's in kind of an odd addition to the fact that this color, considering the fact that this car was always consistently papaya orange and black now, considering the fact in the early times of the McLaren papaya orange, it was in papaya orange and blue, in which the first car was in orange and black, considering the fact. But this is a unique addition to add. And the reason why I'm doing Lando Norris, as he is the reigning F1 champion, and it's pretty much the same design as his original car from 2024, I mean. Except the front of the nose is now mostly orange now. But also, the number is different too. So even though Lando Norris has the number 4, but the 4 is in a new design. And I don't have Esteban Ocon's 2024 car, but his number has been improved with a new version of the 8-1 font. You've still got all the sponsors. Hilton, NBC is gone. DeWalt is now added. WebEx, PX Pro, Google. So which is why you got these nice tires in the Google colors, which is Google rims. I mean, with red, blue, green, and yellow. You got DP World on the side of, well, both cars. And you also got their helmets. And here's Oscar Piastri's helmet with this nice colors of yellow, blue, the Australian flag. Is number 81, which looks like an 18 if it was standing like this, but his helmet is basically facing this way, so that's pretty much an 81. And of course, this car dominated the 2025 season up until the very end when Max Verstappen was catching, but it was just enough for Lando to win the championship, and the constructor's title was pretty much already over, as both cars were inside the top 3 frequently throughout every race. And while some races Lando was usually second, or some races Oscar was second, but pretty much this car just dominated the 2025 season. I have all 5 F1 Hot Wheels cars back together again, and if you are a collector, I would recommend getting the premium cars. And one thing I forgot to mention, and if you want to remove the cars from the base, there's a screw right there, and it's just right for any kind of screwdriver, as long as it's got that mark, or basically any mark for that matter. So you can collect all these cars at Walmart and Target, but right now, going through my Walmart and Target, I am seeing a lot of McLaren F1s, and sometimes Esteban Ocon appears. So, yeah, I mean, this is the same situation if you're a diecast collector, but if you try hard, they might appear, or when the right time comes, they will all appear. But anyway, this is all I have for today's episode on the Racing 57 Diecast and Unboxing Review. So thank you for watching today's episode of Diecast and Unboxing Review of F1 Hot Wheels Premium Cars from 2025. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for some more videos.